Hey, what's up, guys? So it's been a while since I've done a review, but here we are with another one. I didn't have a camera for a long time, so that's why. And I've picked up a couple items since then. This is probably really the only one that's worth reviewing, but this is obviously the Battle Axe of Gimli by United Cutlery from Lord of the Rings. I got this used on eBay for about $200. That was a lucky steal. Yeah, you can't really find these for that cheap anymore because they're out of production and people are just selling them for ridiculous amounts of money. So I was lucky to pick that up. And as it is being used, it didn't come with the plaque or the certificate of authenticity or the original box or anything. It just came as the axe. So that was kind of a bummer, but this is really the only thing that matters. So let's get to details. This is a solid steel blade, really thick, about 1/4 inch. Tapers down to the edge here. And it's got this weathered textured pattern on here. Gives it a nice aged look. And then on the smooth part of the blade, kind of the edge, which is actually used for cutting and slashing and whatnot, it's got just kind of a weathered, aged look. It's not textured like the rest of it, but it definitely looks authentic and old. It gives it a nice look. The center part here is a bronze deal here. It's got those engraved patterns in there, and it's also has a weathered, aged look. And as you can tell, this is a lot shinier than that. And there's a little spot right there. And that's because when it first came, it was dirty, and so I tried to clean it off a little bit. I rubbed it with some, I can't remember what I rubbed it with. Anyway, it cleaned off the textured, weathered finish, which is really unfortunate. I mean, it only looks this stark in this exact angle to camera. I mean, most of the time, you can't really tell as much. But that's something to be aware of, that the finish does come off, so be careful with how you treat these weathered products. Other side exactly the same. Looks just beautiful. Looks really dwarven, this square design. Got these little angled cutouts here to reduce weight, but it's still really heavy. Comes in about 25 to 30 pounds, I'd say, which is a lot of weight to be swinging around in battle for an hour. So dwarves are pretty sturdy guys. It's about 4 feet long, I'd say. Got this head here, and then it comes down to the shaft, which is a solid, dark, polished wood here. You can see the haft here. Okay, if this will come into focus at all. So you can see the wood grain there. There's little scratches and dinks in it. Came that way. But, yeah, it looks pretty good. Got that dark wood finish. And then most of the handle is this wrapped leather around the wood. You can see the entire thing there. It's got these little metal fittings on the ends. Same brass finish as the centerpiece. And this leather is legit leather, and it's got this weave pattern going on. It's not like actually woven leather. It's just kind of imprinted pattern, but it looks really nice, and it has a good feel to it too. So there's that. Got the stitching there on the back. So that's legit. And that's basically all there is to the axe itself. Oh wait, on all the swords, there's that stamp of authenticity near the base of the blade, and for this guy, it's got this little metal placard thing going on. It's kind of just engraved rather than stamped. There you go, Lord of the Rings. You see numbers and letters that no one cares about. So that's kind of how I knew it was authentic, even if it didn't come with a box, or the certificate of authenticity. So that's basically the axe. And because it didn't come with the black, I went online and found one myself, which was a lot harder than I initially thought, because trying to fit in with the square angle design of the axe, there's not a whole lot of blacks that kind of do that. And then also the color scheme, that was really hard to get right. And I mean, didn't find exactly what I wanted, but let me grab the camera and show you. So I ended up with this, and it kind of looks off, doesn't really match the other ones very well. It's a little too light and orangey, but it serves my purpose as well. When the axe is on it, it looks a lot better, so I'll hang it up there in a minute. But I just want to kind of show you what I had to do with this. You got these two big old screws sticking in here, and because the axe is so heavy, I had to find the stud behind the wall and just get big long screws and just put them all the way through into the stud, so it can actually support the weight of the axe without just tearing through the sheetrock. And so I didn't use those little pre-made holes that the little hooks go in for the actual thing. And actually I think this is upside down too. But let me grab the axe and hang it up there so you can see what it looks like up on the wall with all its little friends. Oh, that is quite heavy. So there he is. So that black looks decent, I'd say. Wish I could have found one better, but it serves its purposes. It holds it up, that's what really matters. So here it is, my complete collection sword wall. I've been reviewing all these now. This being the last one, and probably my last one ever. Mostly because of funds, but also these are really the 6 I planned on getting at the start, with the addition of a little sting sheath over there. That wasn't part of the plan, but it was a nice little thing to pick up. So yeah, that's basically it. That's my review of United Cutlery's Battle Axe of Gimli, Lord of the Rings. You can find it for a good price, $200, around there. It's worth it. But I wouldn't go and bust in your bank for this, unless you're really keen on getting this thing, because it is really, really nice. Quite heavy and a lot of fun. It's a great showpiece. So, yep, that's all I got, guys. See ya.